Hello students, now I'm discussing solutions for unit test paper 2 of year 2016. Now first is uh, question number 1, where what will be the output of the following. Now you see this is ternary operator, the value of A is 7, 7 less than plus B, so B is 5, so it will become 6. Now we are having B by 2, that is 5 by 2. The value has changed, so it has become 6 by 2 and this is 3 by 2. Okay, so it's very clear as this statement is false. This is a false statement. This returns a false value, so our result will be of answer will be of this one will be answer will be 1. It's 1.5, but as it is integer divided by integer, so it will be only 1. Now we come to the next one. Now here you see there are multiple operators are there: arithmetic operator, relational operator and logical operator. So always remember, first we have to evaluate the arithmetic operator, then relational operator, and then finally the logical operator in the order of not, and or. So let's see, here we put the values. 4 minus 7 less than 10, then you are having the AND condition. 7 plus 10, then there is a OR condition, that is 4 minus 7 less than equal to 7 minus 4 plus 10. So we check this one, so it will be minus 3 less than 10. Then 17 is this is 17, so here 17 y plus z greater than 4. So 17 greater than 4. Then this is also true. Then we have a OR condition. Minus 3 is less than equal to, this is 3 plus 10, that is 13. So if you see, so first if we evaluate the AND condition, so this is minus 3 is true and 17 is so true, so we are getting this true here, the result will be true here, and this is a OR condition which is minus 3, which is also true, so our final result will be true or 1 as C++ return the results like what. Now we are coming to the next one. Here you need to find the syntax error. Now if you look at the syntax error, the very first one is this one. Okay, so this is the error, so it should be a smaller one. So here, so it is the void we in this is error 1, we should be in lowercase. Now the next is immediately is the next one, num equal to 15. Now here this is the error 2. Okay, here data type missing, so as you see it's a 15, so we can give it as int. Now C less than equal to this plus plus. Now if n percentage, now this equal to, okay, this equal to, now this equal to means assignment, we need a relational operator, so incorrect condition is there, so this conditional expression, so the conditional expression will be here equal to. Now we come to this part. Here I can see there are two statements between if else, so as there are two statements, there should be a curly braces, so I can put a curly braces. So this is error 4, which is curly braces missing. So in this kind of syntax error programs, which are mostly of 2 marks, here you will see a minimum of 4 errors. So you must either you can write it here or mention the line, so it's better you can underline also in your answer sheets, which can tell what exactly the corrections you have made. Now we come to the next one, which is converting a for loop to while loop. Now this can be done by, this is int xy is there, so int x is okay, y is equal to 0, but the first part is the initialization. So initialization is this thing, so x equal to 1 will be the initial. Now we have a while condition, while x is less than equal to 5. Now after this we come to the body of the loop, which is x plus plus. Please see very carefully, these two statements will not fall under the body, only one statement. If we want to make these two statements to be executed by the for loop, we need to put it in a compound statement, like in a putting a curly braces here. So here only this statement will be applicable for the while loop. Now we have plus plus x, which is will increment, and finally we write plus plus y, which is outside the loop. So this is very much simpler. You can just see what other statements are there and you write it accordingly. Now we are coming to the next one, which is the output of the following program segment. Now if you look carefully, there is an outer loop and there is an inner loop. Outer loop starts from the value f and it is going in reverse order till a, and here it is a and it is going to the value of the inner lesser than equal to outer, so a to f for the first case. So the next case, so that means when outer is equal to f, my inner value will be equal to from a to f. Okay, and we are just printing is there. And the next case, let's see, equal to, next time the value will be e, so your inner will be equal to starting from a to e. Correct? I think you can do like this. So the last value will be like this. So when your last value will be there, so what will be the last value? It goes to a. So a to a, that time inner will be equal to a to a. So what will be the output then? So it is only printing the inner statement. So inner values are printed. So you can see it will be something like this: a, b, c, d, e, f, a, b, c, d, e, a, b, c, d, a, b, c, a, b, and a. So this is what the loop this output question is all about. Now we are coming to question number 2. Question number 2 part A is saying write down the names of header files which are essential to execute the following C++ code. Now you can see there is a cout statement, so obviously it needs a header file iostream.h, and the next one I can see only one function is, which is to upper, so it needs to ctype.h. So there are 2 header files. I think this is sufficient enough. Oh, you need to find the output of the following. So output, if you see, just slightly see, this is this one, this is a string. Now this is a for loop which is checking each of the, it is reading each of the indexes, each of the character from till it reaches the null character. So every character, while reading every character, it is making a testing and checking whether it's a blank space or not. Wherever blank space is there, it is printing a new line character. Rest of the characters are just printed in uppercase. To upper function converting it, and this. So it's quite simple. So your first excellence excellence will be there, then there will be a new line character, then overload will be there. Okay, so this is about the output for this particular question. Now we are coming to the next one, which is a program, a C++ program, which is saying it checks whether a given character is uppercase or lowercase or digit using library functions. So all the functions are available in C type H, which are meant for this program. So let's include the file, header file ctype.h, and for printing, for cout statement, this. Now this is void main. Now writer program checks whether a given character, so you need to take a character, so let's say char c. Now you read the character from the user, checks whether the character is a uppercase or a lowercase using the header file or a digit. So first thing you see is alpha c. If it is a alphabet, means between A to Z, okay, it can maybe uppercase, lowercase. If it is alphabet, then we can check if it is upper C. If it is uppercase, we can write cout C is uppercase alphabet. Okay. Else, as it's alphabet, so if it is not uppercase, so no doubt it's a lowercase alphabet. Lowercase alphabet. So this is the now there. If it is not a alphabet, let's check for it is a digit. Digit means 0 to 9, any character. If it is so we can write C is digit. Else it will be some other character. So let's see, C is a special character. Is a special character. Okay, so here we are. So this is very much simple. So these are the condition, and here the program ends. So as it's asking for a given character, so you don't need a string, so this is good enough, and you need to write the header file and the function in the appropriate way. Now the next one is write a C++ program that reads two strings and copies the smaller string into the bigger string. After copying, both strings will have the same contents and perform lexical comparisons. So for string comparisons, we need string.h header file, and then we need the hash include iostream.h. Now first thing, I need two strings. So two strings, I am writing string str1. Let's see, this is of 50 characters, and str2, this also of 50 characters. Now I need to read the strings. So string reading, if we need, we can also include stdio.h. Though logically we don't need, but syntactically sometimes as cin function skips the spaces. So we enter the string. So let's see, cout enter two strings. So we are entering the two string, get as str1 and get as str2. Now after reading these two strings, we have to do lexical comparison, means we have to compare alphabetically. Okay, so the letter B is bigger than letter A, and to make the program more compatible with all situation, we use the strcmpi, so we don't have to differentiate between the uppercase and lowercase. Now it is saying if strcmpi str1 string 1 is greater than string 2, so that means the value is greater than 0. In that case, we have to compare copies the smaller string into the bigger string. So bigger string in this case is str1 is copied to str2, correct? Else we will do the other way around, which is str2 is str1. So finally, as we have copied, so we will see that my string 1 will have the same content of string 2, or string 2 is having the same content of string 1. So okay, so we are coming to string 2, which is str2 new line. Okay, is so just if you are aware of the functions and how to read, so this will be char, you need to give space. So it is not necessarily that you are taking 50 characters, so you can take less. So this is how you can perform the comparison and then copy, and finally you can print the strings. Now we are coming to the D part. Now the D part of this is a pattern. Write a program to print the pattern using so I can see it's here, it's value 7, then it's 76765. So I can see the when this column printing is always starting from 7, and it is keep on in a descending order. So if I see this values can be the values of I. So to do this program, what I do, void main, and let's see, we take a outer for loop which starts from the value I equal to 7, I greater than 0, and I minus minus. So we are going so in descending order till 1, or you can write greater than equal to 1, that also is the same thing. Now there is no space issue, so we can now write in j is equal to, j is also starting from 7, but j is now it is going, while j is starting first value, so j is greater than equal to I and j minus minus. So when the value of I is 7, j will be 7 to 7. When value of I will become 6, value of j will be 7 to 6, and value of I will become 5, it will be 7 to 5. So this is how it will be done. So it will be now j, some space can be added, and then we have a cout new line character to move to the next line. This is the end of for loop, end of. So I think it's quite a simple program, not a very difficult one. Now we are coming to the next one, which is a predict the output of the following code fragment, and this is a 2D array with the following values are there, and there is a nested for loop which is reading its values, and wherever it is finding the index is I, j is greater than equal to 4, then it is setting that value equal to 0, and otherwise is going to the next iteration. So in this case it is going to the this for loop, j's next iteration, and then without printing. Okay, so this continue has a certain meaning. So let's see how it is working. So my value of I is 0, my value of j in that case will be from 0, 0 to 3. So my all values will be if I see the indexes are 0 0, 0 1, 0 2, and 0 3. Okay, now if you see inside condition I plus j, in none of the cases the value is greater than equal to 4. So this will not take place at any time. So every time it will go to the next iteration, next increment, next, and this part. So for this continuing this part again, so it will not get here, there will be no way to print bij, so there will be no printing take place for this I value, no printing. Okay, no printing means the cout statement of bij value, now there will be then, so there will be one printing, this cout and L means cout print blank line. Now I value is 1, Now again the j value will be same 0 to 3. So this time again we are getting 1 1 0 1 1 1 2 and 1 3. So I need, yes, now I can see there is at least one value for which it is greater than. So bij will become 0. So as there are no other things, so it will is going to print 1 0. So it is going to print 0 in the one line. Next again it will go to the print blank line. So it is going to the next iteration with the printing a blank line. Now I value will become now 2, the j value will become 0 to 3. So it will be now 2 0 2 1 and 2 2 and 2 3. Now here you see first two I plus j is greater than equal to 4 is false, but if you see 2 plus 2 and these two values, now these two values it is going to set print 1 0 and then there will be one more 0. Then again a print blank line, and then we have a I equal to 3 less than 4, this is the last one. So here will be j equal to 0 to 3 and my value will be now 3 0 3 0, then 3 1, then 3 2 and 3 3. Now it's quite clear. Now there are three values of I and j which satisfy the condition I plus j is greater than equal to 4. So it is going to print 0 0 and 0 3 times 0. So my final output will be, so output will be, there will be a blank line, then we have 1 0, then we have 2 0, then we have 3 0. So this is the final output. Okay, now we are coming to the next program, which is about write a program to accept input in one dimension and replace all repeating elements in the array by 0, for example. So if you want to, let's say, declare an array of size 100 and int n, which is the number, ask from the user the value of n, then take a for loop, I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus in ai. So you got the value. So you have read the, so this is the first part, which is about the input of the value. So n will decide. Obviously you are not going to write till if it is not the requirement, so you will take the less number of elements. So after this you need to replace the repeating elements in the array by 0. Now if we look at the logic, what we are going to see, we are going to see 10. Each we will read one value at a time, and we don't need to read all the values. We'll read up to the second last value, because then we after taking 10, then we read from all, we pick one value from the next value of I onwards, and if we find any value which is same as this value, we will set it to 0. So this 10 will become 0 in the very first case. Then we'll pick up 20. So 20, again we set it, check if there is any value which is 20 here, so this is 0. So while doing this, we need to also take care that the value should not be 0. Okay, so we are here taking assumption the value is not 0, then only if it is not 0, then only we will. So we have to see two conditions, okay, at the same time. If the value is matching and the value of j value is not equal to 0. So my outer loop will be for int I equal to 0, I less than n minus 1 I plus plus. Now my inner loop will be g is equal to I plus 1, g less than n, g plus plus. Now if ai is equal to ag and ag is not equal to 0, so we will not consider the zeros here, then we will set the value of ag equal to 0, so that value will be becoming 0. So this is the end of the for loop, inner for loop, then this is the outer for loop, and then the only task left is to just print the value of the change values plus plus. So you can print the cout a I with some space, you can print the values. So this is for the part B program. Now we have one more, okay, two more programs are there. So this is the next one. Write a program in C++ to take input in one-dimensional array of characters and sort the array in alphabetical order using bubble sort technique. Assume characters are of same case. Okay, so bubble sort, this time as they are characters, they are internally they are represented as integers, so we have no problem in comparison. So for taking a character array, let's see, we take a AR array and let's see there are 40 elements. We want to take the elements from the user. Now see, it's a character array, so we will not take any getters method, but we take a loop. Let's see, take one more variable int n, how many characters we will take it from the user. Then we take a character int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and scene arr I. Now we have to do the for the bubble sort technique. We have to do using alphabetical order. So it's a alphabetical order means ascending order. So we have I equal to 0, I less than n minus 1, I plus plus. Then we have for j equal to 0, j less than n minus I minus 1, and j plus plus. Now if arr g is greater than arr g plus 1, so we need to swap. So we can write char t is equal to arr g is equal to j plus 1 and arr g plus 1 is equal to t. So this is the swapping, this is the inner loop, this is the outer loop. So same case, so this is a sort there, so it has sorted, and if you want you can print it also. For I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, and cout arr I with some space. Okay, this is our program for the bubble sort. Now we are coming to the last program. So this last program is C++ to accept the values into write code to swap the first row elements with the last row elements. So this is my first row and this is my last row. So if I first row is, if I look at the first row elements, we have 0 0, first row, this is the location of 5, 6 is 0 1, 7 is 3 is 0 2, and this is 0 3. So this is for this one, so I can write it is something like this. It is 0 and I. Similarly, the last row will be nothing but it will be, if there are m elements, it will be m minus 1 last location, and I, which will be the column location, column index for the values which are present here. Now we just need to swap it. So void main, so in this case I am taking the accept the value, so you can write some array 10 10 and then m and n are the number of rows and columns. So rows and columns I have taken, and then I'm taking a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than m, I plus plus, for j equal to int j equal to 0, j less than n, j plus plus, and I'm reading this is now a I j. Now I need to do a swap. For swap I need the c is equal to 0, c is less than n, c plus plus. Now I need to do a swap. So int t is equal to a0 column c. Then we have a0 c is equal to a last location, in this case last row is m minus 1 c, and then we have a m minus 1 a m last row, and this last row, this column index equal to t. So it is done the swapping here, and this is how this part is there. So it is, you have to just fulfill the objective, which is just saying to print the output array. It's not required, so this is sufficient enough for this program. So as you can see, the most of the programs are very simple. If you know the basic syntax, you can easily answer them. Okay, so keep watching my videos, and if you have any queries, you can contact me too. Okay, thank you very much, students.